Welcome to this video about learning the rules behind writing a well-written 5-paragraph essay. In today's video, you're going to learn the 5-paragraph essay format theoretically, and you're going to see what a 5-paragraph essay on a specific topic might look like. Picasso is attributed with saying, "Learn the rules like a pro so you can break them like an artist." And it's true. Some students feel that the 5-paragraph essay is constraining or simplistic. But in fact, if a student can write a well-written, well-argued 5-paragraph essay, generally that student can write a well-written, well-argued 10 to 20-page paper. And conversely, the converse is also true. Students who cannot yet write a 5-paragraph essay generally are not able to write a 10 to 20-page paper. So rather than wasting 10 to 20 pages and all that time, you're going to start off with writing 5-paragraph essays. So let's talk about the rules. My Australian colleague talks about the 5-paragraph essay as having a knitting pattern. What does she mean? If we think of this as a 5-paragraph essay, you'll see the most common type of introduction is a funnel introduction, starting with a topic, narrowing it down to a thesis, an argument. An academic essay always contains an argument. If you're writing about the Zen of listening, you're not just going to summarize it. That would not be an essay. That would be a summary. So your essay is going to have an argument, and in a very tight-knit 5-paragraph essay, you might have an extended thesis. So I ask my students to write an extended thesis. What's an extended thesis? It includes the roadmap. So if I were writing about the Zen of listening, I would have to have an argument. Maybe my argument is something like, all students should read the Zen of listening because it improves their relationships, X. It improves their listening comprehension, and it improves their reading comprehension. All right. This is called front loading the essay. I'm already providing this roadmap, and I already know as the reader that the first body paragraph is all going to be about how the book can help students improve their relationships. The second body paragraph is going to be about how the book can help the students improve their listening skills. The third body paragraph is going to be about what? Right, how reading the book will help them improve their reading skills. Then in the conclusion, you're going to knit together all 3 points. Sometimes it's called a delta thesis. You're going to restate your argument, but in a bit of a changed way because now we know so much. All right, then let's look at what an essay would look like. Let's look at how long the paragraphs are and so forth. This essay I fairly quickly typed up just to have something, a model to show you. So you can see we have a title, of course, in MLA style, centered, capitalizing first word, last word, all important words. It starts with our topic already. So the topic was Zen of listening, and it narrows down to this argument in the final sentence. Especially college students should read this book. This is the core thesis. I've highlighted in yellow. Why? Often the extensions answer the question, why or in which way? To improve their personal relationships, their listening comprehension, and their reading skills. Now, let's look at each body paragraph. The body paragraphs, the typical body paragraph of an Anglo-Saxon essay generally provides an overview of the paragraph and links to both the core thesis and one of the extensions. And you put your extensions in the order they come in the essay. All right, so here we see in yellow the link to the core thesis. Most students could use the tips in Shakir's easy to read book on listening comprehension to improve their personal relationships. Then I go on to share why and how this book can improve students' personal relationships. Then let's look at the extended thesis again. What is the second body paragraph going to be about? It's going to be about how students could improve their listening skills. Let's see if my topic sentence relates to both the core thesis and that extension. Because students spend many hours a week listening to lectures, tips on listening could help them retain more. All right, then talks about how it could help them retain more. Finally, we have our third point, their reading skills. Again, students, Shafir's suggestions for listening comprehension can also improve students' reading skills. Again, we go through and you can see, like in the last sentence where I'm tying it all together, I'm applying Shafir's suggestions to what I think students could get out of it. By applying the neuroscientific finding that one must spend at least a minute to remember a piece of information, students might be motivated to spend 1 minute orally paraphrasing what they have read, thereby increasing their reading comprehension. Finally, we're going to knit all 3 points together. So students need to absorb information every day. And then here we go in blue, the personal relationships when interacting with others. Okay. When listening to lectures, I think that was orange. And when reading texts. By reading Shakir's Zen of Listening. So it's a little bit implied, but you see I've mentioned all 3 subpoints, and I've mentioned again that I am recommending this to students. All right, so I think you can see what my colleague means now by the knitting pattern. And now that you know the rules, you can apply them to your own topic and enjoy the writing process.